GM, everyone. Alright, so today we'll just be doing a continuation of what we did yesterday. Just give it a minute to spread the word out. Mm. Still trying to send this over. Let me share my screen while I'm doing that. Transparent. Maybe that's chat. Anybody. You can just get started then while everyone else joins. But I really like able to be backstage so I can get some feedback, real time feedback before brush it. Chats. Okay. Yeah, that's basically was. Okay, I just hold on for, let me see if I can share the link to Backstage here. Copy Backstage link, just that here. I'll just share this. Yeah, so if you want to be Backstage while we round this up, so today we'll be picking it up from, I stopped at the counter example yesterday, so we just finish up writing a vault, then the escrow. And if there's time, we can go to other complex stuff, more slightly advanced stuff with Anchor, right? So yeah, let's get started. This yeah, so the document, then Anchor basics, yeah, Anchor extravaganza. So so let me hide this. Okay, and we can get started now. Okay, so let's create a new. Okay, I think we all our test passed yesterday. Let me run the test again. Anchor test, and it should fail. Skip build, skip deployment. I hope I'm audible. Yeah, I think I'm. Skip deploy. Just skip deploy. Then we should have one test fail because we already created this account. Yeah, so it will fail. So let's do a let's just modify things. Let's tweak things a little bit, right? So in the test in our program, so instead of hard coding hard coding this, you could make it dynamic. So instead of hard coding it inside the program, inside initialize, instead of hard coding it here, okay, some mic am I using? Yeah. So instead of hard coding the seeds here, you could modify this slightly. So you have a custom seed from the client. So that way, just to show that you could pass instruction and that's from the client, from my client. So let's do a let's do a year. So what we want to do is not yeah. Want to add an instruction. Then here we say um username, or let's call it seed of type string. Should we do string or should we just do buffer? Let's do string. So here we can convert that. Let's call it client seed. Client seed. Yeah, cool. So we're expecting a client seed from the instruction handler now. So instead of add coordinates, so here we can do B. We can convert client seed into a buffer, right? So we can do client seed dot to try to vec to seed buffer. Let's see try to vec. Yeah, let's see try to vec. Does that work? What is try to vec? Mm-hmm. So we want to let me see. Try to vec, try to vec. I think try to vec is the right one to use. This is a result of a vec of U8 or error. So let's do dot unwrap. So it's still a vector of U8, but we want it to be a. There's a better way to do this. Though. So now we have a vec of U8. Why is it not? Why is it not running any error here? This is a vector, but it's expecting a fixed size array. Let me see. There's a better way to do this instead of try to vec that unwrap. Let's do client seed. Is there, let's see what method do we have a string on string. That wait a minute. Mm, okay, link to backstage. Let me copy link to backstage. Some people are trying to get in backstage. Can copy this. Mm, I'm trying to share link backstage. One minute. It's not copy that front end support. It's not possible. Okay, I've shared the link. So let me share it here again. So if you'd like to see, you'd like to be backstage and ask a question directly here, here is the link to do that. So let's see, instead of using client seed dot, let's see how to convert. Now it's not even giving me anything to work with. Client seed dot, I just lost access to my uh address. Yes, better as bytes. This so there as bytes ref as bytes. Yeah, as bytes should work. Yeah, so this is better instead of doing. So now I just need to borrow. Okay, yeah. So this is better than converting it to a vector. So just do that as bytes on it. That makes sense. Yeah, Gordon, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Jim, I can hear you.
Okay, so let me roll it back a bit. So what I'm trying to do now is just put some kind of a little bit of challenge to what we did yesterday. This is what we did yesterday, right? So we have an account here, and we are hard coding the seeds. Yeah, like so. So what if instead of passing the seed here, we could just pass in the seed from the client? It's just a little bit of whatever. So to do that, you add this instruction handler macro, whatever. So you can call it client seed, and it should be you want to pass it as string. You want to pass it as string. Then here we'll just put that same client seed dot as bytes. Yep. So now instead of hard coding the seed in your test, you can now pass in. You'll be able to pass in the seed. Let's say no, no, no. Let my seed is equal to count counter. So let's put this in string. Just like this, and I will make it maybe a global function or something. Yeah, yeah. So let's try to join. Yeah, Sam is trying to join. Okay, so we have this my seed here as a const outside of our test. So we can just put my seed here. It's alpha join the stream. Right, I have a full house today. So let me see if I can hide the people joining. So we'll not have. Let me see. Let me see. I want to hide everybody. Oh, you can see me, right? Yes. So let me hide this also. You can have it clear. It's great. So what I was saying is you have my seed outside here, so you can just put my seed here. So my seed. Yeah, but I'm not done though. So my seed here, when I create the account, then inside our initialize function, we can now request that seed. So let's go into my counter rs. So this is the counter is not. So let me add a little bit that little instruction discriminator here also. Instruction and it's having a, let's call it still client seed. Client seed is of type string, right? So and here we want to do client seed that has bytes. So instead of hard coding, you might want to have something from your client inside your account. So instead of thinking of how do I get if I need something from the client, how do I put it? So this is one way. You just put it inside this instruction tag here, instruction macro here, pass it in, and inside your instruction handler on your front on your major instruction handler here, librs. The initialize we have a city. Everybody can hear me though. So in the initialize we have a ctx initially. Then we can have it's called client seed, right? Client seed string. Yep. So now we have this client seed here as what we're expecting. So let me copy it here, paste it here. So paste it here. So yep. So in our when we're initializing, we can use the client seed from the instruction that we just created as part of the seeds here. Then yeah, so I think that's basically what we need to do. In the modifier also client seed here inside our client seed for the counter. So let me do a test now. Let me first build this to make sure we're on the right place. Anchor build librs all is good. Client seed. So anchor build works. So in our test, we want to put since we already said we're expecting something, right? So we should put what we're expecting. So it's just one variable. So we put my seed. We already created the account. We created the variable outside there, so we can put my seed here because it's expecting a seed now in the instruction handler. So I will do the same thing for initialize counter my seed. My seed right here and here also my seed right here. So we save this, let's deploy and call let's do anchor test. It will build test, it will build deploy and test at the same time. But you can change that if you don't want to do all three at the same time in your anchor.toml. So yeah, where is the test script says not here. I think it's in the cargo. not cargo thermal, cargo thermal. I think it is okay. Okay, this guy is inside the cargo thermal. Mm, there was a way I used to disable it globally. Instead of doing all three tests of something should constraint in seed, a seed constraint was violated. Left is this right? It where are we still using the seed? Come in 1 minute. Initialize. It deployed successfully. So now there's one thing somewhere causing a problem. Initialize client seed string. Why didn't client seed as byte? That worked successfully. Then in the modify client seed string. Why didn't client seed as byte here also? Counter dot bump. So what is seed constraint? Let's do alcohol cause by account. Seed constraint was validated. Let's see which account was that? Counter account. Counter account. Let me see. Okay, okay. I think I know where the problem is coming from. Inside our test here, we are using counts. Yeah, we should be using my seed. Yep. Yeah, also we should be using my seed. Yeah, that's the problem. I think I can just move this outside also. Since I'm using it everywhere, I can just move it here. But okay, this is a synchronous function. No, so it will work. It's synchronous, it's not. So counter PDA, I'll just delete it here, then delete it here also. So now let me change the seed to something different. Let's say counter A. If I save this, my test, I don't need to build and deploy anyways, but I just do that. I do deploy it again. Yeah. And now all our tests should pass. First one passed, second one passed, should increase the count passed, third one passed. So that's just a trick to accept whatever variable you need. If you need some variables, you're accepting some arguments in your test in your instruction handler. Like this argument here, this parameter argument. You can use this same parameter as an argument inside your account. So in our account in this instruction, so I can use that same argument here. So if I have another one, I'll just put a comma here. Let's say my my address. My address is a type pub key. So if I add that also and I was passing it in the instruction handler, yeah, libres. So I could just add another pub key, my address, pub key, blah 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 blah. So yeah, but yeah, so you get the idea. That was just like a twist there, and just in time for us to get to other things. Okay, questions on this. What I just did. Some people are just joining backstage today. So is there a question on what I did, why I'm doing what I'm doing? Any question at all? Or you guys understand what's going on already? So one thing I would point out is notice that for the new people that are also joining today, notice that we have instruction handler inside an implementation here instead of outside directly like this. So before this would have been what we're doing. Pop handle counter, then yeah, bump would be ctx dot bumps dot counter. So this would work if you have it outside there, and in your initialize in your libres you can have this one. It will work. Yeah, it will work. I can fix that. But the problem now is this is not like a problem. This just feels more natural for me. This is similar to doing in TypeScript import, imports, whatever, whatever from here. And immediately now start doing dot something inside whatever. So this one under here is similar to this. Instead of importing it here, why don't I just pass whatever I need there? Like in if you write React, you can pass it as a children, so as a child inside your context. But that's just I already explained that yesterday, right? So let's just flow with this. All right. So that's all about your question. Let's ask a question.
No, no, I want to say like a child props from the parents.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So passing to the child prop from the parents inside yeah, inside this implementation. Yeah. Implementation initialize, and initialize. It's now a function as passing as a prop into that. Just think of it that way. So we are done with the counter examples. We check the hash and let me copy this, then spin up Explorer. Oh, Explorer. Let me bring this here. So scan devnet. Quick note here. We have this. Is devnet right? No, devnet. Paste this over here, and we can see counter value one. So that was the initialize, right? Initialize went through successfully. Let's check for the transaction for the increase in the counter, increase in the counter value, gives this transaction hash, increase counter, we change the value to 2, then decrease in the counter, see, decrease in the counter should also give you something different. So, yeah, so it decrease the counter back to 1. So that's all about counter. Let's get into vaults. Yay. So now let's talk about transferring assets. We start with the Sol vault, then we move on to a token vault. So let's clear all this out. We can do inside our same programs, we can just do anchor new let's do vault, anchor new vaults, I think. Yeah. So inside our programs now we would have to have a vault. Yay. Chicago Tumble, Apple, and yeah. Let me close all of this first. Close all. Don't save. I already saved what I needed.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I sent this message in the chat, but since it didn't see it.
Okay.
So yeah, we are actually having problems. Two of us, two my guy, two me and my guy. So I
Okay.
know there's when I was checking through the class yesterday, I saw there's a place yeah, this app where your front
Mm.
end would be, right? But now, yes, this place. Yeah. So what if your front end is in a separate folder?
The
Because
content does not have
there's
to be here. No? It does not have to be here. So if it's in a separate folder in a different GitHub, what you want to do is if you want this to be public though, you can in your what do you call it? Okay, let me just demonstrate that right. We already have this. Let me push this to GitHub. Before then, in my git ignore, let's do we are ignoring test and account. So what target is a very big file, a big folder. But what you need, your ideal, is like your, I call it an EVM. It's like your, I've forgotten the word is in EVM. ABI. So it's like your ABI in EVM, the application binary interface. So this in Solana is called ideal, some discrimination language. So this tells your client this is the discriminator for this function, what are the accounts it's receiving. So this is what Anchor is using to communicate with your program. So we can make sure if you want it to be on your GitHub. So in your git ignore, let me put that by the side here. So I want to ignore target. Target is already ignored, right? Or is it? Target is not, yeah, target is ignored already. But I don't want to ignore everything inside target because I need my IDL to be on GitHub. So let me just ignore targets and debug, target debug, and I'll ignore targets debug, target fly check, whatever, fly check 0. Then release, I want to ignore release. I don't want to ignore IDL, so then I want to ignore targets SBPF, SBPF, whatever, SBPF, everything inside SBPF. I want to ignore types. I don't need the types directly. Target SBPF. No, I think I need the types. Let me leave the types. So I need IDL. I need types. What else? I'm ignoring debug. I'm ignoring. I don't. So now inside deploy, the only thing I need inside deploy is my um. No, no, I don't need anything inside deploy. I need the IDL. So I don't need anything inside deploy. So target deploy. I don't need deploy also. So the only thing I need is target IDL, right? If I save this, all of this should be grayed out apart from IDL. Is it? So let me do git. There's already a git in it actually. Initialize. So let me do git status. Git status. Now that's the target. Git add. Git status again. So now I don't want to. Yes, the only thing that is included in my target is IDL and types. It's not including everything inside the IDL and also the Soros info. So yeah, these are the. You don't want to include your deploy. Those are the like this SO file is your binary of your smart contract. The binary of your program. I definitely don't want to include your key pair. So this is the key pair, the private key of your program. So like I said, everything is an address, right? So the private key that is holding the code of your program is this guy. So this one for the Anchor extravaganza and this one for the vault that we just created now. So you don't want to include your deploy, but you want to include your ideal. So the only thing I'm escaping here is ideal. Uh, yeah. Then what else? Yeah. So let me just create a Git repository, push to GitHub right here. Git init. Git com. So new repository. It was messing with my mind. Reload. Yeah. So let me call this one. I will need a repository for this. Let me just show anchor counter example. Counter example. Demo, not demo. It is what it is. Let me do create repository. Okay. So I've added everything. So git commit fit pushing tested code program. So now I need to git branch main, then add this new repository, then just git push origin main. Yeah. Okay. So if I show you that this is that, if I refresh, yeah, I think forever to load up GitHub. Refresh. Yeah, I have migrations also. I did migrations. So targets here is only IDL and types, right? Okay, cool. So I have what I need on chain, what I need on my GitHub, the whole thing on the GitHub, right? Let's create a new React app. So you show you how to connect everything together. Let me create a React app. Yeah, cd create. Yeah, I didn't Vite, right? It doesn't matter. Just use anything. See, create Vite app, Tailwind, and what else? TypeScript. I don't see this template. NSPet. Yes, I think this should be it. MPX create Vite app. Then come here, but because I don't want to use npm, let's use npm, please. My app. Let's call this my app. Because it's my app. So you should ask me, yes, I want to use TypeScript. Sorry, React first. Then React TypeScript. Use a roll down with no. Install with npm. Yes. I'm going to change that to PMK now. Oh, how long will it take to install? Just some dependencies. Just give it a minute. If it needs to. Yeah, for it. Okay. I don't need it to run it yet. So code my app. Open my app. Yes, code. And also check on my program else. Where is this one? Hmm. Okay. Terminal. First thing, sorry, you got to go to this. Then I want to use, you also have to go to it. I want to use PMPM. That's how it is. Yeah. Did I just stop sharing my screen? Oh, my bad. Entire screen. Right. Yeah. So that's finished installing. Alright, so let me do. So what I would do, again, you don't have to do this. You could just easily, let's say in your source site, you can have a folder that is called program, or better still, IDL. Then you paste in that your IDL that is on GitHub here. That's one way. But how I like to do it is I add my program in here as a submodule. So in GitHub, on where's the GitHub that I just created now? I've had on there. GitHub. Okay, so the same page. So let me get back. Get back. What's not this page? GitHub. GitHub. Um, so this one. Yeah. And we have yeah. Let me copy the repository link to this. Let me use HTTPS just for the sake of it. And right here, let me close this. I don't need this for now. I can just do see the source, add it into source. You add it in source, yeah, let me add it in source. Source, then git submodule, add, then add that guy in, not the repository, git, oh, git init. So git submodule, add this guy. Yeah, so inside my source now, I have the anchor counter example. So I now immediately have access to everything in my program here. But that is a lot, right? So what I just needed is the target and the ideal and this. Okay. So now that I have that inside the same, both of them are inside the same program, right? I can now, let's just do simple in my app.csx. It's not using, okay. So this is cool because it's also a counter. Let's do cargo pm run dev 5173. 5173, I think. Yeah. So increase the count, blah 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 blah. So now put it let me put all of this into the same place now. Vite plus React plus what's it called? Plus Anchor Solana. Muhahaha. I have to put in a crab icon there. Crab. Yes. Okay, so now let's get started with whatever I want to do. First thing, is you can use Create and Adapt, but if you don't use Create and Adapt, you want to write your stuff from scratch by yourself. Let's do that. Um, so for handling uh For handling connection, so let's use a search as the best connecting to Solana wallet React. React wallet adapter. Should we use React wallet adapter? Let me check the. I think we should have the most recent doc. I need VPN for that. So now Web3, Solana Play. So this is what we need. Okay, so let's copy this, then PM. Wait. PM. Store. Take your time. Take your time. We have all day. No, we have all day actually. Mm, yeah. I hope I put it in the right place. Packet tracing. Yes, we have those stored now. So for the basic example that is there. So let's do this inside. I'll just put this in a different tab and copy. Okay, so let's see in our app.tsx, main.tsx. Should we do it inside the main or should we do it inside the app? App, app is already pretty congested. Let's do it in the main. Unlike in the main, well, voila, problem. So good. In your Snap provider. So let's import. Let me see. Put in the app, put in the main, put in the app, put in the main. Okay, just put in the main app. Let's create this network because this import this blah blah blah. Yeah, let's copy this. I didn't use state right. Use memo, use state, use state data. So this should be a type. This should be a type. Yeah, interface, standard props. See children. Okay. Yeah, let's copy this also. This is going to make this file extremely long, longer than what it should be. Provider, what provider model. Okay, I think I should just do it in a different. Yeah, let me do it in a different file instead. So instead of over populating this file, do why? Let's create a new file called provider provider.csx. Yeah, that makes sense. Just put it inside the provider. Provider. Paste this in. Yep, and I think this is neat enough. So inside our app, but yes, or let's say probably inside our main, you can now surround our app with Solana provider. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Solana provider. Or let's just put it inside. Let's put it inside the app. It's not a big deal. Okay, did it in the index. Did it in the index. Let's do it in the index also. Yeah, let's do it in the index. That's it here. So assuming create root, root layouts, let's just run a provider. Yeah. Yeah, and I think we are good to go. Let me import the styles here also. So if I refreshed this, list to yeah, all is good. All is good. So now let's come to our app.tsx, right? So on the count, you want to check if this is not connected before we do anything. So let's do that real quick. Mm, tell me moment. Wallet provider. So is there a? I think I missed a step. Root reference wallets. Okay. Application app provider. We will provide the context in the application. Wrap your application in Solana provider. Then okay, let me just do a use wallet model. Nope. Let me use wallets directly instead of use wallet model. Use wallet model. Use wallet. Use wallet. Solana is Anchor wallet. Use wallet. Use Anchor wallet. Use wallet. Use Anchor wallet. Let's try use wallet first. So what is inside this guy? Select wallet. Auto connect. Let's do connect. So yeah, then we have. You should also have a connected. I'm not using it. I know, brother. So yeah, if mm, okay, connected, connected, and if it's connected, just show this count is. Let me use this instead. Count is whatever that is. Else show connect wallet. Yeah, I think that should work. So let's check. Let me do this guy. Let me just make it into big one. Then I'll transfer it to different. yeah. So if I want to switch, I'll just switch between. Just, okay. Yeah. So then when we collect on this click, we just do if not connected, connect. Think so. Let's come here. If not connected, refresh 1 minute. It's supposed to prompt my UI. Bad practice, but that's not what I did. So this. Yeah. So let me see. Let's try that again. If it needs to wait. I don't think that is the function I need. Promise void connect wallet. Blah 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 blah. It's not prompting my Phantom wallet at all. Let me see if there's anything in the logs. Anything in the logs. Wallet not selected error. One click. Wallet not selected error at app.26. App.tx 926.26. Wallet not selected. So let me check inside main.tsx. I think there should be a place where you specify what wallet we're using, right? Wallet here should be wallet is adapter. Adapter is of type wallet adapter. So why did they put anything there? Wallet adapter. So, I think what I just check. Wallet is an array of adapters. So what are the type of adapters that you expect? Adapter, wallet adapter, yeah, adapter, wallet adapter. So let's see. Wallet adapter should work. Adapter, wallet adapter. Let's check the wallet adapter first, if that will work. It is a type, is not assigned to adapter. Oh brother. New business adapter. Not this either. So let me see what the problem is.
I
Yeah,
think, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. The that wallet adapter, like to destructure the array, new wallet adapter, Souffle wallet adapter and Phantom wallet
Yeah.
adapter. Like
New wallet adapter. I can't even see wallet adapter. Wallet adapter.
They call him heart issue.
Let me check. Phantom.
yeah, you can use a
Phantom.
Phantom or Souffle. That's what new Phantom wallet adapter and new Souffle wallet adapter.
I
Then
don't
pass
even
it
have those.
into.
Yeah, I don't have those at all. Let me see. Phantom. It's not recommended adapter. So flare wallet adapter. Let me see if there's. something I need to do in the wallet adapter base, or is it from wallet provider? Can you share the snippet? Share that snippet. Yes.
Okay, let me share it in the chat.
Uh, wallet adapter. Let me check wallet provider. Dot. Nope. Wallet adapter network. Just share it. Let me see. It should actually
I'll,
be
s-
in the
yeah, I've shared
example.
it. Check it.
Yeah. Let me check. It should have just been in the docs right away. I need this. Yeah. Wallet
Should I check?
provider.
Should I share it in the chat or you've seen it?
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it already.
Okay.
Phantom wallet adapter, Solana wallet adapter. Okay, let me copy this. I think I did not. I don't have it imported. But let's check. Phantom wallet adapter. Okay, so I'll just do adapter wallet provider. New Phantom wallet adapter. Yeah, thank you. Now that should solve the problem. Yeah. So let's try connect again. And we're still a zero now. Let's check again. Wait, 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 wait. Hold on a second. This one you shared works, right? The wireless connection works as it is, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I think it's the other when you inside your this thing after you've done the connection here, then inside your main folder, that's where you now like do the rest. So
Wallet to go for auto connects. Then let me see. Let me copy it. All it is first. Let me see what you have here. You have here. But it's just surprising that the example in the doc is not working. But it's doc. Yeah, copy this. Let me see what you have here. If it's any different, why is it different? We have connection provider. We have wallet model provider. Yeah, yeah, no. Cost API URL, wallet provider model. Wallet provider model. Then we have the app. Yeah. So I think everything I'm doing here is same. Wallet is this cluster API. Network is DevNet. Network is DevNet. So endpoint, what about that? Phantom wallet. Let me see. Wallet is wallet. Wallet is wallet. I'm actually doing exactly the same thing. Yeah. So let me comment this out in a minute. Now let's get back to why saying wallet not selected. Or is it a Brave browser thing? Let's see.
yeah, try using Chrome. Try using Chrome. I
Yeah,
think I had that issue. Yeah, try using Chrome.
yeah, 1 minute. Let me try with Chrome then. If I can find where my Chrome is. Chrome. Yeah, found it. Find Chrome. Then open up Chrome. Yeah. Aha. So let me see. Localhost 5173 5173. It's actually connected already. I think it's a Brave browser thing.
Yeah, it's. I think I had that issue because of the wallet connection. So I use.
So it's a Brave browser thing. Let me be sure that's a Brave browser thing. Let me close. Then it should show disconnect. Let's create a new button that's showing disconnect here. Let me be sure that's a Brave browser thing. Another button beside it, and the button just does disconnect. You have a connected, you should have a disconnect. So it should show just one thing, disconnect. So let me check. Yeah, it's actually a Brave browser thing. Why is Canal Wallet not working? Let's see. Let me inspect. 1 minute. I'm not sure the Brave browser thing. Now it's not even working again. It was working a minute ago. Refresh. Wallet not selected error. Now I have that same error back. Let me open this up. Yeah, it's not even computing with it at all. So I don't think it's a Brave browser thing. If connected, remove this. Just do disconnect. And let's see again. If quick omit last name card. So why is it not connecting? That's a big question now. Mm,
Should I share my code so that you check it out?
yeah, please share. Please share. So if we can sort out that connection part, just move on to other things. Maybe I missed a step somewhere. But this is the exact example. I don't think I missed anything though. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. Source reference. Let me check. Have you shared it? Yeah.
Yes, I sent it.
Let's see from. What's the idea? Mm, I don't think everything came. Can you? Is it on GitHub? Is it on GitHub currently?
No, no, I've not pushed it to Git.
Okay, let me see what I can copy. The whole thing did not send. I think the chat cut off.
Oh, I think it's the chat box is short.
Hmm.
Let me
That
send it
might
again.
be trying to see what I can pick from it. Though. Import type function component from React. Import another wallet. Hmm. Okay, let me check why he should be saying Okay, copy this. Let me just copy this and paste it here.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, yeah, I have 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me copy. I might start from. Why is it this long, bro? Okay, that's how it's not long. Just copy text. Copy text. Copy text. Mm, let me see what you have here. I think it's this. So this is a few components, counter account, counter app. Okay, can you share? Try to push this to GitHub, then share it. Then I can start working on. Yeah, I'll just pull and work from it. But if I want to start copy and pasting things, like this is like a lot of code I have to
Oh,
put in. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Set. I kind of wanted us to get into the, but since this is what you guys want, the problem. I wanted us to get into the vault and escrow thing, but let's help you with your client interaction first before we get to that. Try to share the link to GitHub. Push the GitHub and just share the link.
because the current issue we are having. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because the current issue we are having, I think I've actually seen some of them. Is one, the connection of the front end over like with the programs, right? They are not, since they are in different folders. They, they are not actually like syncing. So that's like one. So I think that's like one of the issues they are having.
Yeah, share the link. Push the GitHub and share the link. Let's see. Can you push the GitHub? Right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, please share the link.
Yeah, let me share the link. Which of the link am I sending to you?
I'll send the link to the GitHub repository.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah,
Okay, I've sent it. Check.
okay, okay. Let me copy that Close now. Now. Video.
The front end. Yeah, counter.
Okay. It's like okay. Let me go back and just clone the repo. So, alright. So let's clone. Program with Kirivo call counter front end. Counter front end. So I think there's some noise from the background. What is okay? Then code counter front end. That is not just counter. My bad. So let me close this one and close this one. That's it. Front end counter. Let me try to run it first. See if it's working. Terminal cd front end. Right. Then code.
I did not push the program. Like the program is still my.
Yeah. There's nothing. No problem. I can do this.
Okay.
Delete this. pm install and pm and front end does not have.
Somebody
Yeah,
define
I
Oh,
think
it's
I use
inside the
Yan.
counter. No, it's inside counter. Let me restructure this. Yeah. Problem is this. The problem. And now we're going to have its counter front end. Yeah. We might have some issues with this. So cd documents and core basics, then counter front end. Yep. Then cd counter. So many nested variables and nested npm. First, I would like to delete this pm I and pm.
And why did you install it? If you check source, check the source folder.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, that I don't know. I think that code I added was wrong. The IDL. It was I don't know because it's a mock-up IDL. It's not actually the real IDL. That's why it must have been having issues.
Okay. We'll try to sort that. Let me just see that it's working first. 5173 localhost 5173. Control Z. Bring that back. Control Z. Inside source, inside counter, right? So I want to look on the video. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to do. Counter. Okay, let me close this. Like, let me close this. Then run it again. Yeah,
Just
hello.
comment is the ideal in the counter. The
Yeah,
part
yeah,
is
yeah. There's a lot of things to fix here. This is from input idea using from that should be dot forward slash ideal. What the fuck?
yeah.
Program ID.
That was the issues. Those are the issues I've been having. I just left it.
There's like 1 million things wrong with. Okay, program ideal problem.
I think you
Why
just comment
structure?
it out.
Yeah, just hold on a bit. Try to see propose a fix. Well, uh, okay. We have that is ideal. What program ideal is now import ideal JSON from ideal JSON. And see the ideal JSON. Ideal JSON. Then program ID here is so why is that a problem? Program ID segment of type public is now identical as string, so you don't need it to be a program ID. That is string. Coda. Oh, program is ideal provider, then a coda. So not a program ID, not actually a program ID. Let's see. I think. So let's see. Zero now. Okay, so let's. Okay. Okay. So now what we want to do is program is get program. It will return a program ID. Let me see if initialize program the methods. Okay, what I'll do is let me just copy my IDL so you can replace it with yours later. I'm going my own IDL from programs. No, no programs. Counter example, then just looking me right in the face, target, IDL. Yeah. But the problem now is problem now. Problem. Not really a problem. Let's see ideal JSON counter. Yep. Yep. So in counter, most likely you want most times you want your ideal outside of here, not here. Then let's see if it's able to track this. Program, get program, what get program, get provider, return new program as ideal JSON, then provider. We need also to know, okay, yeah, so why was it not initialize is supposed to tell me that something is wrong. Yeah, because in our test we are now asking for a string as seed. Cedar, it's called cedar, right? Like 1 million things wrong with your test. Fail to get recent blockers. Type error. Fail to fetch.
I
Okay.
think I don't know. I think probably it's because of the program. I received the program.
It's not a program, it's your setup. It's your setup. Like I said, there are 1 million things wrong with the setup I have already. We take it apart and start writing from scratch. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what I can take from here. Let me see what I can take from here. Um, so one thing I want to take is your setup. Your okay. You have this wallet multi button. So I think that is what is okay. So that is why you're able to create your wallet. That's what I should have done instead of yeah. So let me do this. Move this one. Then let's code my app. So that's what I should have just done. So I'll start writing building with what I have already. Inside app.tsx, app.tsx. So yeah, I just want to have a right here, and this will not work because I've not installed. I don't have what they called. I don't have Tailwind installed yet, but yeah. So if I go to localhost 5174, yep, this should work now. Aha. So that was what I should have done. So let me remove. So let's take yours out and just work from what I have. Counter front end. That is your program. Aha. So now let me remove the disconnect button first. Tailwind. Let me just do Tailwind setup once and for all. Tailwind with React setup. Then pm install. So pm install Tailwind CSS. So right here pm install Tailwind CSS. This guy. Yep. Then after I install it, I want to have a vit config. Add this to my vit config. I can't remember last time I touched. I need to install that also as a dev dependency. So then I can now have in my plugins React, then Tailwind CSS, then in my main CSS file that should be index CSS. I should remove yeah, so that should work now. Yeah, so it reset all the styles. Then after TSX, I want to do this div flex row. Yeah, I think that should work. Well, just leave that off. Align.
Justify center. Try justify center.
No, it's not inside a flex. Let's see if it's inside a flex. It's not inside a flex. It's inside this fragments. So we
Okay.
can put that aside. I just do that. Next, then justify
That place is valid as scattered everything. But go on. Let's see.
x should be this one. It should be yeah. Let's yeah. Now everything is at the center.
How I say it has scattered everything.
So now I want to do justify self. Get the justify self. If I self center should be a self center. Self center. Yep. Let me remove flex call. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Just self center. Then count uh one card, another card. Okay, so now let's get into integrating the programs part. We have a program here. So let's have what does our test look like? We have a test like this. So like I said, you already have your test. Your test is like a blueprint of what since it's TypeScript of what your program interaction from the client to look like. Why am I having errors? Okay, I've not installed anything here. So I need to install if I'll be using Coral to test, I need to install Coral and Core XYZ also. 1 minute, 1 minute. So let's see cd anchor. Am I okay? Source. I don't even know if I should put that in source, but yeah. Then npm I okay. So cd the other then my app. Okay. So yeah, this will be similar to what we'll be doing on yeah. So let me copy this file and inside app.tsx you can have I'm just create it under const initialize counter was an asynchronous function. Then you can just paste that there. So, blah, 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 blah. Program is of type. We'll look into that later. Then seed my seed. My seed is string. Then what else? Stamp program ID. Stamp program ID. Okay. I don't have those installed here. So I most likely want to install Anchor. Yeah. So I can have that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I wanted to ask a quick question. These tests, right? Is it like what we? I thought you needed this test if we want to like run tests.
Your test is in TypeScript and it's showing how you're interacting with your program. So it's natural to still use what you use to test. If you did your test in Rust, now that's a different thing. But this is how since you are using sorry, the right correct answer was if you are using Anchor to write your test to interact with it, this Coral XYZ Anchor and you still use the same Corralex IDEA Anchor to write your test. So it will still be similar because it's the same package you're using to test. But if you used Coral for your test and you're using something like what's this guy? There are other packages that you could use. I forgot the name. Kodama. You could use Kodama if you want to use Kodama in your front end. So that would be a different way to write it. But since you're using Coral, yeah, also in your clients it will be similar. You understand?
Yeah.
So let's do e signer. Signer is public key. Public key. So let's do signer. Yeah. Then counter is uh then let's do counter PDA also. Counter PDA we're in, so it should be a public key. So what am I doing? Public as a type. Yeah, I knew there was something off with that. It should be pub key. Public key. Uh, Not this one. It's what anchor from at Coral XYZ anchor this guy. Are you old? So I can just do a public key here. Web3. So this one is now signer is Web3 public key. Yeah. If I don't want to use Coral, I've just used, well, since I did Coral, I just go with that. Then counter PDA. Web3, just public key. I think so. Now just put counter PDA here. And signer is signer should just be public key. So we don't have the access to that. So let's call it signer address. We don't have access to the private key on the front end. Signer address. So counter PDA. Now let's see what type program is. Program should be of type. Let's check our test. Program is of type. That's the anchor program. Blah 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 blah. So let's do a get program just like you did. Let me see if I can find that code. Code counter front end. Counter front end. So I think you did a get program somewhere on the F. Get program. Get provider. I don't like this. Let's do a get program. Nevertheless. So that could be down here or annuity. Shit. Yeah. Get provider. Taking a wallet. And we are taking a connection.
Like the wallet provider kind of.
Your microphone is very loud. Yeah, what do you say?
I say, is it like the wallet provider or something?
Yes. Anchor provider. Get provider. Now we have to pass in same thing to this guy here. I'm just doing reusable function. That's what I'm doing. So get provider passing in Wi-Fi connection here, and we need to specify as ideal. So ideal is from, we don't have, oh, why am I writing it here? My bad. Should be here. So already have anchor provider here. Yep. So program. Let me see. I'm trying to yeah. Get provider. We have program also from Ancora. Yeah, the same thing here. We're not gonna be that the value because it's imported program, new program, new program. Where's program? So type. Should we get type? It's not type. New program. There's something wrong with what it is here. But let's check the test. So in our test, we have a program is, so this is what we want. So let's see here. So program is the workspace. Yeah, program. Anchor extravaganza. Let me see if I can import this. Example target type. So this is the type program from. Let me see. Yeah, this guy is. Let's check. Anchor extravaganza. What type is this? Anchor workspace. Workspace at any. So the workspace. That's in the workspace and getting anchor extravaganza as. So what's this anchor workspace type? Wait a minute. So none of this one. I think it's getting it from the cargo. So this should just be from our types. Yeah. Let's try that. Or let me just put the idea of there. See if the idea will just work. We're importing the type, and let's import ideal from the counter example, then target, then ideal, then yeah, this guy. So let's put the ideal there. Import ideal. Can I cast it? I think nope. Ideal dot it types. No, I think it's ideal. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's see. Okay, as unknown probably. So what were you doing here? Guest program is new program. Guest provider, other program. Let me see what am I doing here. I want to return the program. So okay. I think I should have just done this. But let's see. IDL as program of this. So Mm, return program. Let me see. Yeah, that could work. So yeah, wallet is of type. What type of wallet? Wallet of type. Public key doesn't exist of type wallet. Why? Wallet dot adapter dot public key. Just remove all this first. Just want the public key, right? Connection, wallet, start wallet, anchor wallet, taking type, wallet, yeah. Then connection is of anchor provider is taking a Web3 connection, so this one should be just a simple connection. Yeah, and should be good to go. Yeah. So get program. So I don't need to put program here anymore. I can just use get program. Get program. Let me see. Let's try it first. Cast program because get program wallet and a connection. Wallet and a connection. Wallet and a connection and so is there a program dot so there's a program dot methods. Yep. Program. If I can spell it right. It is not null. It is not null. Trust me. It is not null. Okay. So expected one argument, but now take our signer can just be an empty array and it will inject the signer itself. Hopefully, so let's see now. Let's try to initialize counter. Let's have a single button here, one button that says initialize counter. Let's duplicate this card. No, this button. Div dot buttons button stack. There's nothing about the button stack. So let me put that below this buttons. Flex row, gap 3, whatever. Just have a button inside. One button, two button, three buttons. So now we have one button that says what should this one say? Increase counter. Create counter. This should say increase counter. And this should say decrease counter. So now if connected, so if it's connected, then we want to do await initialize counter. Yeah. Then we're passing in first seed is some seed. And the next one is sign address is wallet. Yeah, this one should be wallet address. Is the address public key. So yeah, if connected and wallet. So instead of having this as an option now, wallet after the public key. The next one is PDA. So let's create the PDA somewhere. Let's do let's use effects for then. Const PDA set PDA whatever. Use state. Yep, and is of type. Use state public key web3 dot public key. What am I writing? Public key. Yeah. Yep. Then we have use effects. We don't like using effect. Use effect. Uh, let's see this first thing of this. Then can do a PDA derivation here. So counter example is blah 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 blah. Copy this guy inside this guy. Sit and bring this outside. Web3 pub key. Then we want if wallet dot adapter dot public key dot buffer, and it does not want an optional. So I'm promising you that this is not null. Assuming I'm promising you that. So let's do wallet is probably not right. So let me make a promise that wallet is not null. No, it's not believing me. Okay, it's probably not. If wallet return the public key and wallet dot adapter. I just told you if no wallet, uh, if no wallet return, bro, you have to believe me on this one. Believe me that it is not null. You see, possibly null. It's not null. I need to make sure you believe me. Yep, without looking for and the current the buffer here. So program ID is get program the program ID. Get program. That's program ID. What did I just write? Program ID. Aha. I does not want it to be optional. Yes. Get program. Repetitive argument was 0. Get program is expecting what again? Get program is expecting wallet and a connection. So what is connection type? Do we have a connection? Do we have a connection? Do we have a connection? Connection. Do we have a connection? Nope. 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 Connection is, let me check. Yes, as a reference. Connection is use connection. Use connection. So yeah, I can have a connection. And it's telling me, okay, now I have a counter PDA. Then we set PDA, counter PDA at position 0. Yeah, yep. So now initialize counter. I don't care about you. I have my seeds. I have my seed. My seed initialize counter is the 5 argument. You got 2. What's the next argument? The counter PDA. So PDA. Then what do I have? Wallets. What do I have? Connection. Yeah, I think so. This should be public key of null wallet adapter. So I already said, believe me, it's not null. It's worst practice, by the way. Believe me, it's not undefined. Bro, so let's do create counter. Let's see. And already have a blank screen. And let's fix that. It should be something with buffer. It should be. Process is not defined where. Okay, I think I know what that problem is coming from. Is this one? Let me check. Color target anchor dist CGS system. Yeah, it's buffer. I knew it was buffer. Blah, 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 blah. So we use, where's the buffer origin stuff? Buffer. So we use, I think, text encoder. What it is, let me see. Oh, you're not even doing, let me check buffer. So in your, that means you have buffer. Let me check what buffer is coming from here. Yep, so you already filled it. Let me check. Should be a vit config. Nope, not vit config. Should we say main.tsx? Nope. App.tsx. Buffer. Let me see. No package JSON say buffer. Why? Let's see. Buffer from buffer constructor. Let me see. Did you do any polyfills? index, HTML, tsconfig. No, no, cannot be tsconfig. Git config. Let me just search the error online. Then,
Just check, use global search for my file.
uh, okay, let me just search the specific error. Copy. And we have extended the call for. Okay. Sorry. Once it's
You cannot access it in the client.
yeah, I'm attending to a message here. 1 minute. Okay, okay, fix that. The error module buffer has been standardized. Blah 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 blah. To resolve the issue, we can use one of the several. Yes, bitconfig JS. Adding buffer. Stop buffer. Fix buffer external. Fix. Okay. Fix buffer in bits React. Using node buffer, you can also have for the baby. Yes, this is what I was looking for. So stay positive response. Which one was? Is this still open? Okay, I think this one. Instance issue with buffer blah blah blah. Plugin. Yes, this one. So PM I think D. Then inside my bit config. Inside my bit config, I can do yeah. Tailwind bit. Yes, this one still installing, no problem. Then I can do node polyfills. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we have the result now. Reloading, 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 reloading. Okay, yeah, it works. But now the problem is this. This one here. Problem is this guy. Yeah, this guy. Because at this instance, we do not have a wallet adapter. So, how do we get use layout effect? That still will not service. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Now, for one instance or a split second, this is undefined. So let's do if no wallet dot adapter dot pub key dot public key. If no wallet adapter dot public then return also. Yeah, that will solve it. Now we need to make the effect on connect and unload. Yeah, I think that should solve the problem. Yep, refresh. Then create counter. Cannot read property of undefined reading initialize. Where is initialize? On app.ts line 62, 62. Then app.ts line 116. Yeah, we have 116. Yeah, program the method to initialize. So probably this is the problem. Ideal, excuse me, nice. Uh, Ideal as unknown as program. Yeah, let's see what this is about. Loading on idea. Let me check. Loading idea and client side anchor. Loading. Anchor. I don't want to use your own method, but let me just see. Let me just see. I want to get the type safe thing. Loading idea and client side. Oh, let me just find it in one of my reports. I've done it previously, but I don't want to check my previous repository, but I'll just do that instead. Let me check my GitHub, scout my GitHub and look for example. GitHub. Then let me look for, it's a long time ago, trees. While I'm looking for it, enjoy the music. It is LPass. Yep. Okay, I think this was what I did. This was what I did. So this was what I did. There, I did this. So get program, just returning program of whatever that is. So what I did there. So let's do that. So get program is just returning the provider. We have a provider here. I'm returning new program as Anchor Extravaganza. Ideal at any, then provider is why around provider. If me, okay, just put the same thing here. This connection and this guy. Um, provider and provider null is blah, 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 blah. Undefined. It's not undefined. Brother. The provider idea. Okay, let me just put this here. Yeah, that should solve it. Then create a counter. This is the wallet decentralized function. This is the wallet decentralized. I'm connected. Then disconnect first. Connect wallet to not work here. So that's wallet. Then let me create counter. This is the wallet. The sign transaction is not a function. So let me see. The wallet I'm sending is not what it expects. So let's see. wallets. What wallet am I sending over here? Connection, ideal provider. Let's see. Source. It use let's see components, no, lib pages. Let me check one fighter. I think. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I did random move and the action button. Program methods. So program the methods. Voice of each. So I'm not. I'm basically not passing. Okay, I'll be 10 minutes. It's too loud. So what else? I think yeah, I think I know what the problem is now. Problem is that we are passing my B from here since we're passing a connection here and a wallet here. So let's check how I did my provider. Problem should be from the provider. Yeah. So give me minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Yes, provider. Anchor provider. Yeah. Let's see. What provider did I use? Let me do source. It's use yeah, and programs. Provider connection is this one. Wallet is okay. I'm using Windows Solana. I don't think that will work here. Let's see. Let's see. How did that work? Let's see. Wallet is Windows Solana. So now let me remove wallets from here. That was a long time ago. So yeah, return null. Then I think connection here is what. Right, okay, I don't need a connection here. Let's try. Okay, I'm putting the unique connection here. Let's try this. Create counter. Free. Yeah. So now we work. So I'm writing a transaction. Confirm transaction. Am I logging any transaction? Ah, shit. Let me check now. This wallet, a definite. And let me go to source scan article area source scan and let me check if there's a recent transaction on this wallet. I should log the transaction as instead. If there is a transaction on this wallet, definite transaction. Why are you messing with my brain? Transaction. At least there should be some transaction. Yeah, 30 seconds ago. Yeah, it worked. So we interacted with the program and we successfully created. And if we check our logs, we should see program counter value. This is the log from what we had initially, right? So now let's move on to other things. The problem is this wallet. The wallet is supposed to be $100. So now, so instead of throwing this just return null, instead of giving a blank page, return null. I think that should work. Yeah, instead of throwing a blank page. Then after we have this, let me just log out. console log tx hash at initialize is whatever tx is. Tx is, yes, it's an hash already. So we want to duplicate this for, let's say this one should now be increase counter. Increase counter. Then I'll have programmed the methods that, yeah, now I have the linker is recommending this. There's no program ID here, and basically that tx hash at increase counter. Then we have one more for decrease counter. That's the thing about front end takes a lot of time. Decrease counter. I see. I think those decrease. Yeah. So and we have decrease counter. The effect is connection of this. I don't know this. So now on the other buttons, we have an increase counter button here. So what I want to do here is if it's applied and blah 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 blah. Then on click if it's not this blah blah blah. This. I don't need this. I do not need this. I definitely do not need this. So yeah, we want to do increase counter here. Then right here, we want to decrease counter. Yeah, yes. Decrease counter. Yeah, I save that. So let's try it. See. So we have initialized the counter, created the counter, and let's increase the counter. Yeah. Increase counter, no changes found to balance, confirm. Then we should have a log. Yes, increase counter, add the log. We successfully increase the counter. Let's check that real quick. Increase counter. Yeah, instruction increase counter, that worked. Then decrease counter. Let's try decrease the beautiful counter. Yeah, we have a transaction hash at decrease counter. So that way we have my app. Sorry, this guy over here. Then we have this. We have this. We see that we have, yeah, decrease counter. Now the counter value is 1. Then if we try to call create counter now, we should have an error because we've already created the counter initially. So you should, yes, this transaction is reverted during simulation for the blah 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 blah. Confirm. We send the transaction, it will fail, telling us what exactly went wrong. To tell you program stack error, if it's array transaction logs, give me this array, I need this array, give me this, where's the array program? Give me the array. Commit. Yeah, transaction logs. Allocate account address, blah 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 blah. Already in use because we already created a counter with our exact same seeds. If we want to change the seed, because we have a dynamic way of doing the seeds, right? We are passing the seeds from the client now instead of directly in the. So if we want to do a different counter, I can call it counteract. Save this, then inside the counter, and create a counter now, and that should work smoothly. Yep, create that. Yeah, initialize a new counter there. And if we check here, we go. Are we still going to do vote? Are we still going to do vote and escrow? I still want us to do vote. Maybe we just do vote, then we do escrow some other time, or we should just go on with escrow right away. Yeah, we initialize the counter with the value one, and that's cool. So now I think that answered your questions on how to interact with your program. Let me just push this.
Yeah. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So in summary, the reason why we've not been able to connect is because of this our programs that we've not imported into our front end.
Yeah. So what I did is I added this as a sub module. So like I did here, I did the device. Yes. This is yeah. Git sub module. This is not tiny. You guys not complain that it's tiny here this well. I'll bump the font up. Yeah. So now we have git sub module add. So I added the link to my program. So that way, if I'm pushing this now, so if I want to do, if I want to write a test script, a build script, I should include it here also. Where is it? My package in. Yeah. So before I build, you need to import this submodule if it does not already exist, just so you can get the idea, right? So yeah, if you want to do that, so you first add the submodule to where your program lives. So if you push this to GitHub, if you push this to Vercel and your submodule is not there, so I need to basically put this outside, not inside source, or else to fail. But if you just add this submodule to add it outside here, not inside source, and in our program, why isn't it inside source, right? So yeah, that's just what I was trying to point out. Nothing, nothing
Okay,
difficult.
so you need to add the sub module outside the source folder.
Wherever
In
you
the
can put it to access your targets. And if you'd like to just copy the IPL, it's fine also. But if you add it as a sub module, you can always update it directly here. So if I come here, if there's a new development on my sub, I can just do, I think, git sub module update. I think not a git reverse retrieve. So let me do cd source. Oh, sorry, my bad. cd my app, my app. Then git submodule, I think updates. Okay, not a bit. Then cd source, I think. Let me try it now. Yeah. So if there are any changes that have been made to this repository and I want that immediate change, if I update the submodule, it will pull everything back for me from GitHub. You understand?
yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Let me put it outside instead of 1 minute. Trying to clear something. I want to move it outside now so it will be easier. Move it outside instead of in source. Then this should update. Yeah, it had updated already by itself. Yeah, it had updated already by itself. So that way I can just put this here in my build file for Vercel. So before you build, and why? So while you're building, you do git submodule add. So if I do pm build now, it will first add the submodule, not the git repository. But because I don't, why am I not even a git repository? In that sense. But yeah, Let me do git init here. Git init, init, gig init, git init, git init. I already messed something up here. Now I already have a git. Yes, git modules. So let me delete that. Delete Muhaha. So pm on build should work now. Let me see this module and automatic repository or any parent. Let me just paste this one. I'm already in a Git repository. Oh, I'm in source cd. I bet. See if I run this now. Nah, still not work. Let me paste that. That's not a Git repository or in any of the parent directories. .git. Where's my .git folder? Git ignore. I have a git ignore here. Okay, so I'll do is ls.git. Oh, truly, there's no git in it. Yeah. Okay, there was no git. Yeah, now I see. So I need to enter my source src, then delete the rm-rf.git folder that was there currently. Yeah, so if I run this now, if I do pnpm run build, hopefully it should work now. I'm still failing. Let's try it again. GitHub module and anchor counter example already exists and it's not a valid Git repository. Already exists. It's already here. It's already here. So that's just what I was trying to point out. Right? Well, however you want to add it, just make sure your IDL and your types are in this directory where you're writing your program. Those are the two important things that you want. But if you want everything to be there, you can just add it as a sub module and update it wherever. So let me push this to GitHub. Then there's my GitHub. Basically GitHub before we do. So you guys can have something to look at. Git, our counter example, front end. Let me create a new repository for that. So that is the one repositories, our counter example. Core counter front end. And you know that this is not well. You guys will clean it up on your end because we have some bad practices in what we did already. Use effects where it's not supposed to be, logs, no toast. But you guys are cool. You fix that. Yeah. So let me git add. Then let me check first. I'm sure I've messed something up. Git status. Did I mess anything up? I know I did mess something up. I'll just push this and let's move on to something else. Then git commit, git branch main, git just copy this. Hope I'm not pushing my okay, I thought I was pushing my package.json. That would be my package, my node modules. Yeah. So this is the link to the front end if you want to have a look at that a minute. There's a link to the front end. Let me drop it in chat. Yeah. So there you have it. Let's see. Can we quickly spin up a vault. Let's see, it's still late already, but let's see. We should be able to quickly spin up a vault or an escrow in the next 30 minutes. But I think you guys now see how you can connect it, right? I can connect your stuff. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Do you have any other questions for that?
No, no, no. I think I'll just go and connect. Probably clean off my project and then connect it to the front end. That'll be
Yeah.
fine.
So just go over it and see. How about from the audience question? All right. So who wants to go with vault and escrow? I think there's some. Yeah, Sam. How are you? How has turbine preview has been? You can use your mic. Samuel, are you there? Samuel is not there. All right. So let's do the anchor example. We're doing the don't save, do not save, counter front end. No. Then let's so rm counter front end. Yeah, cd anchor extravaganza. Let's code. Yep. Then let me close some resources that may be consuming my CPU. What else? And we're good to go. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. And then install Docker. Thank you. Okay, so we're we're about writing a vault before we started. We went down that line. A vault, Libares. So basically, it's basic. I mean, it's basic, right? So basically, in a vault, we have. Let me pull up the escalator so you can see escalator. Yep. Yeah. Excalibur. So this was me explaining seeds and ATAs. I think 2 days ago or yesterday. I can't remember. So now, how does the vault work? This is literally what the vault is. Vault is a container that can hold whatever. You know what the vault is in real life, whatever you want to put inside it. So in relation to Solana, the vault help you hold assets. So might be a base asset that's sold, might be a token, an SPL token, like USDC, like Shiba, might be a token 2022. So whatever asset you want to keep inside of it, right? Might be an NFT, might be that's what the vault basically does. It just keeps stuff. Yep. So let's get into writing a simple vault. We still have time to 34. 34. So now let's just start with I should have used templates multiple for you. Let me delete this and do it again. Yeah. Mostly trash. Then inside my targets, I also need to delete that one. Templates. Let me add it again. I want to use multiple templates, like templates multiple. Anchor new vault, templates multiple. It does not exist. Let me tell you why it does not exist. It does not exist because I deleted it. So you have to trust me that it does not exist. Understand me? Yeah, so let's do that again. Yeah, and now it lasted me. So programs, vault, source. Now I have my instructions and my states. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, so librs, let's get to it. Initialize. So basically, we want to have, let's map out the things we want to do, right? We want to have create a vault, deposit into the vault, then withdraw from the vault. Those are the three instructions that we have for the vault. Yes, instructions, initialize. We do not need to have an initialize. Let's call this rename create vault. Yes, create vault, vault, create vault. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Assume that did not happen. So let's leave it as initialized, right? So in our states, we need to pub. So it's basically just one vault, right? Pub struct vault. Vault example. Then what do we want to store? We want to store the owner of the vault. Owner of the vault is a pub key. Then what else? We want to store pub. Owner is a pub key. Owner is a pub key. Want to store pub bump of the boss. So next time we're using the bump, we don't have to derive it. We just use the bump. That's how we're getting the votes. Then what else? And pub amount in the vault is use 64. What else? That's all. Now we need to specify that this is an account because we're creating the account and we want to use derive space. This is 32 bytes. This is 1. This is 8. So 32 plus 1, 32 plus 1, 30, this is 41. So 41 size, that's what the size will be. If we're calculating the completion it manually, right? Let's just use derive space. Derive init space. Yep. So now we have prelude, everything. Then pub key. Pub key should be global brother. In space. I think, yeah, cool. Now in our instruction handler, when we're initializing the votes, we need to specify first guy in this transaction should be a signer. We need to know who the signer is, right? So let's call him signer here, or let's call him payer. And the payer is a signer, and we need to give it a lifetime, or else it will run out of life. Yes, info. I'm writing info. Then I want to remove this. I don't need this. So I need to make it an implementation because I like that. Info initialize info. Then we have pub fn undo initialize. Yeah, boy. Jeez, this guy. And it's returning this guy. Why did I just write? I spent so much time in TypeScript right now. Its results. And then returning the result. 1 minute. Let's just get this now. Focus on this. So we first need to have a signer. That's the first account in the transaction. Then the vault that we're creating, right? So pub vault is an account, their account, and the account should have the lifetime, and we are going to specify what account it is, vault, because we created the vaults here in the mod rs of the state already. Yeah. Then initialize. So when we're creating an account, we need to have a system program. Prob system program is of type program program info and system. Yeah, what the actual? I need to be. Sorry guys, I had the meeting specified for now. E- e- Sorry, I need to quickly confirm something. E- We have a meeting now. We have a meeting now. We have a meeting now. I was engrossed in what we're doing. I forgot I had a meeting. 25, 5, 26. That was today. Wow. Eesh. Bad. I already missed the meeting. That's okay. I just proceed to the next 15 minutes. I seriously missed the meeting. Wow. Okay. All right. So we have this system. Now you need to specify what constraint we want for this. We're telling Anchor this is an account. This is an account and it's a signer. So we need to be able to change the value of this of the lamppost. So it needs to be mutable, right? So we need another account. So play node. Okay, it's control accounts, play node accounts. And it's in it you have to initialize the account for me. So I'll basically telling Anchor create the account for me. The payer for this account is signer. Oh, I call it payer. Whatever. Payer is payer. Just leave payer that way. Then we need to tell the space for the account. Space equals vault init space. Let's do 8 plus vault init space. Payer equals payer. Then you have to derive the bump for me because it's the first time I'm creating the account. Bump. Then what else? I need to pass in the seeds for this account. So since I'm creating the account, I should tell Anchor what seeds to use. Just call in vault and use the users the payer key, the key as ref. But then that's expected string found. Oh, sorry, my bad. Buffer of that. Yeah, that was the problem. Next thing we are going to do, that's basically everything we need to do. We've created the payer for the account, set the vaults because we're creating the account. Then, yeah, that's the vault. And now this vault is basically an account where we're saving stuff. This is not the account that is keeping the tokens. We could have that way, but let's call this vault state. And now let's create a vault account. Just be a regular account for vault. Now let's call this vault. And vault is a system account. Yep, just a regular system account. Then need to mark it as mutable account account mutable. Yeah. So this is the vault where we are going to be storing. Now we're creating a system account that can hold Sol. So this is where we're going to be storing the vault, the tokens. This is the configuration that is tied to this token, this account. Yeah. So let's rip. So I think in the mod arrays we also need to put should we so we can do ttx dot accounts dot undo initialize guys. Credit. So in initialize here we can have this function results. Okay. For now, what's this function? Method information and initialize data. So now do I need to do this here. Just do it like that. Method undo initialize state accounts. So why are you saying it does not understand it? The barriers. No method and reference. The scope. Oh, my bad. Forgot to put in self. That should fix it. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So what we want to do when I'm creating programs, I want to map out what we're doing. So first we need to create the account, create the vault account, the vault account chain. So we need to specify, calculate the amount needed for rent. Calculate the amount needed for rent, create the account, then set the vault config. Yep, yep, yep. So now we have everything we need, right? So calculate. Let's first calculate the account needed for rent. Let's amount for rent. Am I doing calculator? And equals. I think let's first get the space. Rent. Rent dot minimum balance is get minimum balance, not minimum balance. My bad. Rent dot get that minimum balance of. So we need to know the size of this account. What the size of the account? Let's vault. Yeah, let vault equals self dot vault. Then let vault state vault. Let vault state equals self dot vault state Yeah, so then now we need to get the length of so data length, so we can use the account we are creating is okay. Now I want to create this vault account, but it does not exist yet, right? So vault dot think data length. Let me see. Data minimum amount rent exempt. Okay, okay, that's I think data length. I think that should work. Hopefully, server vault cannot move out of vault, which is behind the immutable reference. It does not implement the copy trait. So we can do if, if borrow immutable reference to that. So amount for rent is this. Then we've gotten the amount that is required for the rent. So now we need to create account with this config from is who's paying for the account. Wait. Create account. Okay. Who's paying for the account? Payer. Self.payer. Account info. Dot to account info. Then two is the vault dot to account info. Yep. How can we do? So let's create account context. Create account. This is getting up to 3 hours already. Crazy. Why am I on cap lock? Create account struct. Whatever. Let's create account. Stem program. Create account. Then we just have a yeah. Let me see. We have a create account struct to try it around this photo type I did know. So we can now call let's quickly confirm create account system account anchor create system account in anchor. Uh, so we call account. Yep. Okay. I create an account, custom account. Should that be? Let me see. There is create system account. Create account. Yes, that's correct. Create account. So let's do create account. There should be a create account. Where do I put create account from? STEM program, create account. Should also have the create account. Yes. Instruction here. So we have a create account. Taking a CPI context. I think this was one I imported. Let me just call it account struct Create account struct. Create account is taken in a CPI context. So give the space that we created here and the owner of the account. So yeah. So before then, let's create a CPI context. Let's account context because CPI context new program is system program self dot system program dot account info. Then the account struct is account struct. Yep. So now we have account context here. If the lamp port is amount for rent, the space is the space is let's do vault dot data length there. Vault dot data length, which is basically 0. And the owner of the vault is vault state. I think create account. Type of key found. There is default found use size. What data length as use 64. Yeah. Then vault state dot key. Think that found borrow that don't own it. Borrow that. Yeah, and we call this. So yeah, after I've created the account successfully, then we now set the self dot vault state dot set inner. After to finish this one, then it can vault vault. So the owner of the vault is self dot signer dot key self dot payer. It's called payer dot key. The bump is, since we're creating it, we can also pass the bumps here immediately. Bumps is initialize bumps. Yep. My bad. Bumps dot initialize bumps dot I think vault state. Yeah. And the amount here is 0 because I'm not depositing anything there at this instance. And what's the problem here? Method defined here. Okay, yeah, I know. And our vault state is complete. Our vault creation is complete. So we created an account, a system account, to hold tokens, and this is the configuration of the account. So one more thing, I just need to input the CTX here. So CTX dot bumps. That's what I needed. Yeah. And we're good to go. So if I build this, it should work. I'll build. I think there should be a way to specify what I want to build instead of building everything. Program name. Do I know the program name? I can build. If you know, I fill program name. I fill P. Thank you. And it's vaults, right? Think. Yep. And our vault is built successfully. So this is where we would call it a day because we are already 3 hours into it. So then we'll just pick it up from this. Yeah, we'll pick it up from this. Yeah, I should be able to pick it up from this. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. This was supposed to be a roundup session, but we did a lot today because we went over people's questions on how to interact with the program on the client side. Yeah. So basically that is it for this live stream. Thank you guys for joining. This has been the Anchor founder. Wait. I keep forgetting to share this before going. This this has been the Anchor founder for this session. Yeah, thank you guys for your time. And probably meet tomorrow, Monday. I'll let you know on the feed. Right?